Hey there, Hunter Cancer, and welcome to your relationship reading for the month of September. So, I'm not really doing like love readings just yet. I'm more focusing on relationships, different types and styles of relationships. So starting off, we're going to have your consciousness happening. Also, if anyone knows how to do like a split screen where you can like record your cards and yourself at the same time, if there's some kind of app or I don't know, technology to do that, I'm very curious to find out how to do that. Okay, so starting off with your conscious, we have the Page of Wands, we have energy. Okay, you have this very strong, fiery energy, Cancer. Okay, but it's not really your norm. Like it's not really what you would, I guess, expect. All right, so we have also shuffle things up here. We also have here Rosemary, Ancient Memory. Okay, with your sun sign, and looks like that could be Mercury or Mars. I think it's Mercury. Could be wrong though. But if you know, let me know. So this is Rosemary. Okay, this is Ancient Memory. You have the magical wand. It's a very ancient spirit for your sun sign. That's your energy. Your energy is like your memory right now, Cancer. So let's see. Okay, so yeah, this is definitely Mercury. And Mercury in Cancer, it's a zodiac sign that emphasizes imagination, creativity, fantasy, quick thinking, empathy, sympathy for the underdog, and a host of other traits that makes us human. So, Cancer Mercury natives can be sensitive and withdrawn, and they are quite thoughtful of others and their feelings. When Mercury is in Cancer, our intuitive nature becomes amplified, and we tend to speak first rather than thinking about it. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at consciously right now with this Page of Wands energy, showing you like this is your energy right now, is this Page of Wands. So it means that you like need to take action to improve your health or to get moving. And basically like you are relying on your memories here of being more conserved, but you really need to be not so conserved. So that yeah, so that Page of Wands, it's really telling you like you need to take action. You can't be so reserved anymore because there's harmony, there's um, there's a lot happening. There's victory, there's success, there's accomplishment. So you might be a little bit reserved because of failure, self doubt, and pessimism from the past. But that's because you were dealing with like almost like pessimistic people before. But now you're kind of like moving out of that energy and into a new like current energy. So your hopes and your fears are going to be this Knight of Wands revolution. Yeah, it's time to like revolutionize the like more current, more advanced, more modern version of you. Um, because you're like really ready here for like anything that comes your way. Your your fear, I think, Rue, protection. Yeah. Your fear is like, are you going to be protected moving forward? Are you going to be safe? Like Cancer, your symbol is the crab, like going into your shell, coming out of your shell. And now is the time for you to come out of your shell and show who you really are and embrace who you really are and show your true self. How fierce you are, how strong you are, how mindful you are. Your fear is that you're not protected doing this and being your true self and showing up as your authentic self. Um, but it's time to revolutionize like what the average Cancer would be like or is like, and try to adapt into a more evolved, like fierce protector of yourself. You know how to protect yourself, in other words. So you don't need to be afraid of like messing up or making mistakes, because you're a very passionate person. You're very courageous. The lion symbolizes courage, and you're adventurous, and you have to just like, I think you were just in the past dealing with like so many setbacks and so many just rude people, but you're not dealing with that anymore. So you can accept that reality. As hard as it is. Yeah, the past Queen of Wands, assertiveness. Yeah, you had to be very assertive in the past with your Queen of Wands energy. And that's kind of what's led you now to your protective energy. So I think like in the past you were afraid to really be yourself because you've been like burnt so much in the past, but you um, are now trying again, like you're attempting again to come out of your shell and be more social and be more active in your relationships and making relationships and forming bonds. So your Queen of Wands is kind of like, that light that's like, you can do this, like be brave. Don't be afraid. You've learned a lot, and now you can come out, healing, compassion, intuition. So you're not needy, you're not insecure, and you're not hypersensitive, but you are like obviously cautious of any type of things that may or may not go wrong. So because so much in your past hasn't worked out the way you wanted it to, I guess. But you have the blue lotus here. You have intuition. You have very good intuition here when it comes to people's emotions with the intuition card. So you're very emotionally sound and intelligent. So I would not, you learned these skills in the past when it comes to relationships, so you can kind of tell when someone's pulling back or when someone's attacking or when someone's being nice or when someone's being mean or when someone's being passive aggressive. I mean, there's so many different tactics people can use around other people, which in turn says something about them, which says something about what they're going through, and you can read and pick up on those things and make intuitive decisions on moving forward with relationships. We have sage, we have blessing coming in from the present self. So you very much have been blessed. You very much have been given this insight into how to take care of oneself and how to be present. Um, you also have the problem, which is, you could be dealing with a King of Wands, fearless. Being fearless is not a problem, but if people are using mis like they're misunderstanding the point of someone who's fearless, like they get intimidated or something like that. You're being blessed here to be fearless. This is like your go-to to be fearless when making new friends. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Show your up as your true self. Show your true colors. um because the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, there's success here, there's leadership here, there's self-confidence. Don't be vicious, impulsive, or demanding. Just be your true self, okay? That's all you really can do. That's all we really can do when we're trying to form new relationships. um there's a metamorphosis happening too. Palo de Arco, there's a metamorphosis happening. So that's your future, and that's with the Ace of Wands with your future. This reading is like all wands. Interesting. So your Ace of Wands, okay? So your metamorphosis is your future. Your future is to metamorphose yourself, is to transform yourself into this breakthrough into this Ace of Wands. This is a breakthrough for you. Your metamorphosis is a realizing of your truer higher self and your truer higher purpose. Passion, inspiration, manifestation. Okay, there could be some setbacks and lack of energy or feeling unsupported, but you might not feel so supported by members of your family. But that's just because they're going through their own journey and their own setbacks, so it can be projected onto you. But mm, don't hold back just because of that. Just because one person in your family doesn't support your dreams and your passions, go hang out with people who do support your passions, who do support your achievements, who are like, wow, congratulations, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Because you're going to be teaching yourself and them something very important. It's like we all go through different times in our life. We all go through different journeys in our life. You are probably more keen, Cancer, to that knowledge. You're more privy to that information because you're aware and because you're changing and you're trusting yourself. There's the moon with Pluto in this metamorphosis card here. So your moon sign, Cancer, you are representation of the moon in the tarot deck. So there's Pluto in the moon sign here. So this could be your moon sign with Pluto. So let's see. So um let's see, Pluto and Cancer. Let's see here. So Pluto in Cancer is a placement in astrology associated with domestic matters, childhood traumas, and deep-seated memories. So it signifies intense emotional depth and the potential for profound change in one's inner and outer world. Pluto is associated with transformation, rebirth, and the subconscious. When Pluto is in Cancer, you are sensitive to people's moods, feelings, empathetic to everyone around you, and very perceptive of finer details at work, at home. Pluto in Cancer is associated with community and tribe, parenthood, and domesticity, sustain, sustain, sustains, I guess, and nutrition. Okay, so sustenance. There we go. That's a hard word for me. Okay, so you're very nurturing yourself, you're very caring for yourself, and your relationships, those that are caring and loving and nurturing, are going to show up in your relationships. Your external influence here is the Ace of Coins, and that is prosperity. Okay, so if you're worried about like financial matters or relationships with money and finances, it's showing that you're going to be prosperous in this month of September in regards to that. And you have Babansana, trust in the universe and trust in yourself, because there's like a melting clock, like a watch here. There's like a door portal. There's some flowers, a hummingbird. It looks like a grandma and a grandpa. DNA attached to this like very flower looking symbol, a whale, a moon. This woman is calling in, I think, like ancestral help with the DNA and the light portal here and the hummingbird. It's all the moon, and I don't remember this one symbol, but if you do, let me know. But there's basically like trust here. Okay, you trust yourself. You are listening to your higher self. You are believing in yourself. And that's what's leading to your prosperity. Ace of Coins. It's almost like your relationship with yourself is expanding, is growing, and therefore you're connecting more with relationships with people that are on the same wavelength as you, are going through the same things as you, or even just understanding the same things as you. Um, like a kind of like I don't want to say like a hive mind because it's like too culty of a reference, but I'm just saying like what is another word, like a group or a collective of people who understand what you're going through and how you're processing it. So your friends, like your friendships, are working on that, and there's a very like obvious theme to September, the month of September. And that's, for me, that the message I've been getting is building friendships and long lasting friendships. And I also had a dream earlier today, because I was taking a nap for the first time in like forever. And there was a lot of water, and there was a hurricane coming, and I was with my daughter Luna, who actually happens to be a Cancer, and she actually happens to be right here, coming to say hi. And I was holding her because the hurricane was coming, and the tide was coming in, and um, I just had to, trust in like the universe and trust in that I would be safe and she would be safe, and just kind of had to like let go and release any type of like feelings of control or like having to like know everything or understand everything or why everything happens, things like that, and just trust and believe that prosperity would come, that things would work out. And I was totally aware this was just a dream, and everything. But it was just like very symbolic, and you have to kind of trust yourself moving forward, okay, Cancer, because there's prosperity coming in, there's opportunity, there's ambition. um, the reverse side of that, in the fear, it's always greed, financial loss, and missed opportunities. You don't have any greed or missed opportunities this month, Cancer. You are seizing every single opportunity that comes your way. You are going head first into it, and that's because you trust yourself and you trust the people around you, and that you've formed good, healthy friendships and like alliances with. Speaking of alliances, Survivor season, what is it, 48? Is it 48? Is coming out. Let me look up the release date. I think it's September 18th. Hold on. Because I am a huge fan of the show Survivor. Okay. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. 2025. It's still 2024. So, okay, so this is actually season 47. Okay, so Survivor season 47 is starting off Wednesday, September 18th, 2 hour premiere. So, go and watch it. I love the show, Survivor. So you're kind of like, um, trusting yourself, and you're surviving a lot of different things, and you have to build alliances along the way to success, and that's what you're working on right now, is building those alliances, because what's going to happen in like down the line in the future is that you're going to start to build more trust and more confidence in yourself. You're not going to be afraid to venture out on your own. You're not going to be afraid to try new things on your own, because I feel like your relationships in the past were like so codependent based. Not because I don't think you were the codependent one. I think that people who were codependent latched onto you because they saw you as such a trusting, loving person, and that could offer protection, and that could offer help with different situations that they were dealing with. So they latched onto you to kind of help them. But it took you a while to realize, like, it's okay for people to want my help, but I have to also help myself. And if I'm doing myself a dishonor or disservice and going against my own values, then who am I really helping? So that's very important here for you, is with the Ace of Coins, is like, in order for you to have that healthy relationship with finances, and healthy relationship with yourself, and healthy relationship with your friends, and healthy relationship with I can't say healthy relationship with family is tricky, because it's family, and there's boundaries, and there's trust, and there's all these different things that happen, and dynamics that happen, and you're like, you're it's a journey, it's a process, but you are really putting yourself and your needs as a top priority, and that's very important for you, Cancer, this month of September. So let's see what we have for your unconscious. We have the Two of Coins, flexibility. Yeah, you're being flexible, okay, with the Two of Coins, because it's like you want to consciously be aware of what your needs are and accomplish those things first and foremost. You unconsciously know that there are other people and there are other places and things that could go astray and could go awire, and it's a you're not really sure a little bit when it comes to your unconscious, but um the Two of Coins, that's choices, balance, partnerships. So yeah, I would say with your partnerships, again, you're working on your relationships this month of September, and you're really seeing where everyone is at or where everyone is going, and kind of trying to manage, um, making sure you have healthy balances with everyone, healthy places with everyone. Don't stress that so much, because your unconscious is going to remind you, like through dreams and through events and things like that, of where you're at and where other people are at. And it's going to be interesting to see the dynamic shift and change as time goes by. So don't put so much emphasis and pressure on what's going on unconsciously, what's going on unconsciously. Just try to stay as consciously aware as possible, and then your intuition will help with all of the unconscious stuff. Um, yeah, we have chamomile inner peace. Okay, so your chamomile inner peace, chamomile tea can be very soothing and helpful and good for your nutrition, especially when aren't feeling so well. Um, so yeah. So, and there's the male deer and the female deer, the stag and the doe, and there's your sun and moon signs again, Cancer. So maybe this is for a Cancer, either. All right, so that's gonna bring you this inner peace, really unconsciously, with the imbalance here. It's all right. So with that, flexibility, just give yourself the time and space you need to find that balance and that harmony again, and like realign yourself with your goals and your relationships. The relationships you want to keep and the relationships you don't want to keep, and also make sure that like there's a fine line, or like a back, like at least knowing the difference. Like when you give yourself room to grow and come out of your shell and be yourself and be more social and be more out there, just know that like you don't have to like rush the process, and you don't have to like fully always say yes to everyone, and you don't have to like accept everyone's invitation. You can just go at your own pace, and you can just take your time with it. You can, and because you're trusting your intuition, you're going to know what the right places are to go and when the right places are to go, so you're going to figure it all out as you go, Cancer. And you have mugwort, psychic healing. Yeah, you're very psychically intuitive and in tune with your gifts here with the mugwort, okay? And the owl of intuition again, and the cycles of the moon again. I'm seeing here, and there's divine feminine energy here. So you're very like divinely guided here, and there's like a portal here with a lot of stars and stuff happening here, and a grandmother here. So I I would say, trust yourself really with this process of using your psychic healing, because that's your influence, and that's your intuition, and that's you trusting yourself, and that's you using your ancient memories to help guide you. So, yeah. And then we have here the Three of Coins. At the end here is the Three of Coins. Goals. That's your goal. Your goal here is to use your psychic healing and your psychic abilities to heal people and help people. And you're not going to be able to heal anyone or help anyone if you're not working on your own self and your own goals. And you have to know the difference. So you can help people, but you also have to know how to protect yourself too, and how to keep some information to yourself versus giving out so much information freely, because um, that can lead to things that you didn't see coming. Creativity, teamwork, and cooperation. Yeah, so your goal here is to be in a team of people that are also psychic healers like yourself. So that's probably where your friends come in, because I you can tell me if I'm wrong, but something tells me that your family is not, they're not psychic healers, and they're not psychically intuitive and aware. And that's okay. Not everyone is. But just know that you might not be able to trust them with certain information, or they might not be able to connect with you on certain things. So finishing up here, Three of Coins, psychic healing. Your creativity stems from your psychic healing and doing the things that are creative and fun for you, and using that part of your mind. And that's what really brings this reading all together, is trusting in your psychic healing abilities. And that is going to lead you to better, healthier relationships with other people that share in those same psychic healing abilities as you. Because right now your social circle is not necessarily completely filled with people with psychic healing, but you can expand your circle and find people that you can trust, and that's really what's going to lead you to better, healthier relationships. And you have protection, you have trust, you have metamorphosis, there's blessings, there's ancient memory. Again, your ancient memory is going to lead you to the psychic, intuitive healing, and there's inner peace, and there's intuition, and that's all coming from the herbal astrology deck here. Okay, oracle deck here. So if you want to get that, Adriana Elias, artwork by Josephine Clerks. So there's the astrology references in here, a lot of astrology references, and herbal combined with the herbal stuff. So, and then we also have your Divine Celestial Tarot deck as well that you can purchase. I don't sell them, so I got mine on to you. So, but yeah, just realizing your potential and realizing what you love to do and your goals and things like that. That's going to help you to becoming more mindful and more master of your skills, and being creative and being your truest self, and coming out of your shell and socializing with more people who are like-minded like you. Like-minded in the sense where they understand the relationships and the dynamic of emotions the same way you do. Okay? Because it'll put you in a different mindset when you're around like-minded people that study the same things as you and understand the same knowledge and information as you, versus people who have they have their own way of thinking and doing things. So you might have a little bit of conflict and similarities there. Not to say you can't get along with them, but just if you're feeling like you need to socialize with people and form relationships with people that understand you and the way your mind works, then you should. This is a good sign and a good start to that this month of September. Okay, that's what I have for you, Cancers. Love, light, always. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.